Woman demanded I admit fault in minor car crash she caused. Was just chuckling to myself about this story, so thought others might enjoy. Based in the UK, left lane drive, which might help this make sense. So I was driving along in a small country town about 20 miles per hour one morning, coming towards a left bend where a minor road also joins from the right. As I start to steer into the bend, a car comes shooting out of the minor road and crunches nose first into my driver's side. I look up a bit baffled and see a woman in her 70s staring at me over the steering wheel and her crumpled bonnet. My first thought was that she'd had some sort of medical emergency, so I bum-scooted out the passenger door and dashed around to ask if she was okay. Sympathy vanished quickly though as she got out and came charging towards me shouting, "Well, that was a stupid thing to do, you silly, stupid gal. I was 45 at the time. You were driving right into my path and not even looking at me." She then got really personal, calling me a scruffy idler. Despite this, I invited her to come sit at the side of the road for a minute in case she'd had a head injury or was in shock. By now a small crowd had gathered and she started inviting them to join her in berating me. One woman, thank you that woman, said, "I'm sorry but I saw the whole thing. This lady had right of way and had no reason to expect you to drive into her." I took the witnesses' numbers, took some pictures and then started enlisting help to push our cars into a nearby car park as traffic was gently building up, in an "I'd like to park outside the coffee shop" sort of way. I think at this point she realized the odds were not in her favor and softened enough to give me her details like it was a huge favor, actually a legal requirement at the scene of an accident here. She suggested that she would drop the case against me if I paid for her damages without resorting to her solicitor. I said let's see how much our repairs cost and we'll figure out next steps from there. She did not like that and called me a silly gal again. I waited nearby while her recovery arrived and then headed off to my garage. I was only 5 miles from home. On the way home I thought, we all make mistakes and get angry to cover them. Maybe she's a carer or something and it makes her cranky, but she really needs her car. I settled to wait and see what repairs cost before reporting to insurance. Well, my quote came to over £1,000, so I sent her a text to say that was too much money for me to pay on trust, and I'd be reporting the incident to the insurers along with the photos and witness details. The lady then sent me the sweetest few texts. You'd think I'd just given her a grandchild, thanking me for my help. Would I like to come to a national trust place for lunch where we could get to know one another better and work out the best course of action for everyone? I blocked her and reported her to my insurance. 2 weeks later my local garage had my car good as new, and she was probably facing the insurance bill of her life. I think she was probably a retired head teacher or something, and it was fun to see her deploy all her strategies from tellings off to schmoozing to try and get me to comply with her version of reality.